Morning everyone, I hope we're all doing well. So today this is a requested video from a client and they want to know what's next for career. So we're going to do a pick a card reading, a quick reading, like a few cards for each pile, and an oracle card if I see fit. Just cleansing now, connecting into everyone's energy. These are the three piles. I'll do the options to pick in a second, but first of all, Spirit, please channel through me into my cards messages for three distinct groups that will come across this video. All chances, changes, possibilities, probabilities, and outcomes, or any messages that they need to hear today about what's next for career, putting the intention that insights will come to them throughout the day after watching this video or at the time of watching it also, pooling the collective energy to get the average energy for each pile so that people can get messages that apply to them in their own lives, and channel through me into the cards or any clairvoyant messages that need to come through, creating temporary energetic cords between myself and those watching this video for the duration of the reading, severing the cords and restoring the auric fields once we close down the energies at the end of the reading. Thank you very much. Okay. Back on the mugwort tea. Loving it. So we had some quite heavy transformational energy after the full moon. And I wanted to do something a little bit light, just so people can have an idea of what's coming up for work. These are the three piles to choose from. So this is going to be pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So these are sacred sites. So pile 1, this is Stonehenge. Pile 1. Pile 2. This is Balfour Buttress, which is a place in the Lake District where there's a sacred spring. So pile 2 is the sacred spring in the Lake District. And pile 3 is the pyramids in Cairo. That's an original, I think this is a very old photograph, by the way. Very old postcard, I mean, sorry. Pile 3. Okay, so if you need more time, pause the video. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'm just going to get another deck. So that I like to use a couple of decks for each card, for each pile. Okay, so starting with pile 1. I just want a couple of cards. Pile 1 people. What's next for career? Clear messages, please, Spirit. What is next for career for pile 1? Pile 1. Okay, let me get another deck. Pile 1. What's next for career? Pile 1. Oh my god, I just love these readings, I do, honestly. You cannot make it up. This is why I like to use a couple of decks. I always say this, but maybe you're viewing my video for the first time today. If you are, please do subscribe, because then your energy goes into the collective and I can deliver your messages more accurately for you, because the more you interact with the channel, the more your energy is there. So I like to use a couple of decks. I had a feeling the same card would come out again. Thanks, Spirit, for that. So we have the Seven of Wands twice here. So the Seven of Wands is the card of striving, of feeling a bit up against it, feeling quite defensive, but not giving up. So I see that perhaps you're in some kind of long-term career where you feel like you're battling against it at the moment. And you might feel like you're having to kind of stand your ground about something. This is a message for you that if this is how you're feeling and you're hoping that things will change, it's unlikely that things are going to change. You are going to constantly be having to kind of defend yourself put up your barriers, be in this defensive mode, this kind of warding off potential issues, and just feeling very burdened and very tired. I feel like you guys are kind of burning out. You're tired, you're needing a break. And the universe is going to kind of intervene in this, I think, or you're going to realize this because you have the Ten of Swords, and this is a card of something coming to an end, and it's a necessary end, and it's like a reset and a total transformation and an ending. So I think you guys may be leaving some kind of career where you're feeling like you're working all the time, you're against a kind of battle, nothing is changing, and I think you're going to say, or something's going to happen where you're like, I just can't cope with this anymore. You have the Hanged Man in the reverse. So for me, yeah, it is in the reverse. For me, it's this is a card of feeling like impatient and like you've just had enough and you can't cope with this kind of stasis anymore. You want change, you want swift change. And it's also this idea, I read it with these cards of like you've been put in an uncomfortable position. You've been put in some kind of uncomfortable position that you're not enjoying, and you're tired of being defensive, and you want that to change, you want that to transform. So I see you coming out of stasis, I see you coming out of this kind of battling away and deciding that you want total transformation. Let's see if the Moonology card has any kind of advice or time frame. I feel like you're just tired of waiting for something. You might have been waiting for some kind of recognition or something to change in your work environment, and you're just tired of waiting now, and you want transformation, and it's going to come. You're going to decide to walk away. After the Ten of Swords, there's always then the new beginning. It goes back to the Ace. So you get this fresh new start, you get fresh insight. And here we've got communication is key. So it could be that you do need to communicate, you need to speak your truth with someone, you need to say, look, this is not acceptable, and you need to choose something better for you. It may happen in Gemini season, new moon in Gemini. Also remember that new moons are a great time to set intentions. The first ever video I did on this channel has a new moon kind of spell for setting intentions. It's a general luck and fortune spell, so you could maybe have a look at that video. But I feel like communication or something is going to change about this, maybe by the next new moon. But yeah, I think it's about like speaking your truth and feeling like you're valued, or feeling like you're being listened to by someone in this environment. Now let's see, is there anything further? I want to see like what's next for you though after this, because I don't want to leave it like on that kind of note. So what's next once this career move? What next? Okay, so you get the Two of Cups, which in the context of this reading is great because it's about equal give and take. So I think you'll be working on a new project, perhaps with one other person, but not necessarily. But there will be an element here of collaborative energy. It's like equal give and take. These people are giving each other their cup, and it's equally balanced, it's divinely guided. This is something that the universe is kind of stepping in and changing in your environment. If it's about fairness, it's about you not constantly doing all of the work and carrying things. I feel like you've been working in a way where you're putting in so much effort and not getting much back, and you've been waiting for it to change for such a long time. But when you do kind of decide to make the decision, or something, the universe intervenes, you will have this more equal give and take of energy within your career. You may be collaborating with a friend. It could be rooted in friendship. It may be that you have a partner, a romantic partner that you start work with. It could be, lots of different things, but the Two of Cups is really about equal give and take, and that's what's missing here, and that's what is coming. So let's get one final card. Hang on, I only take them when they flip out. Here we go. Don't let your past hold you back. Exactly. There's something that you've been really like doing for a long time. You feel like you've invested a lot of energy into it, but you're not getting enough out of it. But you feel like, how can I give up on this? I've been doing this for such a long time. You're getting very frustrated though by the lack of movement, by the stasis in this. And you are going to have this complete kind of necessary wiping the slate clean, walking away from something, ending. Don't let your past hold you back. Think about the future. I see you leaving your current career, but going on to something much more balanced and fair. So I hope that makes sense for who it needs to make sense for. I'm going to close down the energy now for pile 1, wrapping them in universal love and protection and sending them good vibes for their career, for their future, and severing any energetic cords now. Thank you. Okay. So, just gonna shuffle the cards and then I'll do pile 2. Okay. So hi pile 2, you were attracted to this sacred spring site in the Lake District. Very beautiful. I have actually climbed this, would we say mountain? I don't know what we call it. It's a very high mountainous ridge. Anyway, so this is your what's next in career reading. I'm going to get just a few cards. I'm going to use multiple decks in case the same cards come out, because they often do. They did in pile 1. And I'm just going to get a few, and I'll get an oracle card also if I'm called to. So let's just connect into pile 2 energy right now and deliver the message we need for pile 2. Be clear, please. Pile 2. What's next in career? What's next in career? What's next in career? Okay, so you got 3 cards reversed, 1 card upright. You have the Empress in reverse. So this is an energy of almost sort of like over nurture. I'm wondering if there's some kind of feminine energy in your life, or woman, maybe a boss. It's not gender specific, it's just energy. It could also be you. But it's about kind of control in the guise of care. So I don't know whether there's something that you guys need to kind of work out and balance in your life in terms of like your emotional satisfaction and your financial sort of security, because I see a lot of cards here that are in the reverse that are to do with emotions and to do with not connecting into your emotions. The King of Cups, when he's upright, is this very emotional king. He can have hidden emotions, but he's the most emotional of all the kings. He can be like the father figure. In fact, we do have the father and mother figures. I mean, the Empress is obviously higher than the king. They're not a divine couple, but it's just that we have this paternal and maternal energy, but it's out of balance. And it's in the reverse, and it's like emotions not being allowed into the equation. So I feel like you've just made some kind of decision based very much so on logic, because you have the Justice card, which is very logical energy to do with fairness, to do with contracts coming up. It may be that you have some kind of contract or some kind of job offer or some kind of opportunity coming up that is very, very logically making sense. It seems like a very wise decision to make, but you're really being counseled, if this does happen, to think about whether or not this is going to be emotionally fulfilling for you, because I do see, you know, the Four of Cups is ignoring a cup of divine kind of love or insight and focusing on these three other cups, and it's about feeling a bit apathetic, a bit depressed, not really seeing the opportunities you have, and it's like missed opportunities because your focus is on the wrong thing. It's in the reverse, so it's less intense and it's more, it's just a general kind of apathetic, but I do think that the message is still there. And I think, you know, cards in the reverse, they have the opposite within them, so it's great. So you have the Empress energy and the King of Cups energy, so this is like really great creative energy to key into. So you have a lot of potentials, but you're ignoring that because you're trying to be very logical and focused and think about what's fair, and maybe balancing the books. There's something you need to balance financially, but you're missing out, and it's like you're not inspired. It's this feeling of not being inspired. The Empress is such creative, inspired energy. She's in the reverse. It's like blocks, and also perhaps some kind of control. I feel like there's something here about getting back into your own power, getting back into your own truth, getting back into your creativity. Let's see what comes up. So what's next? If they take this advice and follow the creativity, then what's next for career? Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Yeah, so I see like very good, this is good grounded energy for career. This is like working with people. It could be that you have a collaboration coming up. It could be that you have someone coming in to back you financially, but it's solid grounded energy, and it involves an element of collaboration. So I do think your head and your heart need to be in union here, and you need to think emotionally as well, because it will bring you this financial security and fulfillment. I see that you're going to have a collaborative opportunity. You're going to have an opportunity to build something in the real world, something tangible in the 3D world. Page of Swords, I see you doing a lot of thinking, gathering information, what's the word, like educating yourself, learning new things, research, a lot of research. It could be that you get like some kind of grant that is about research. That's quite specific, but it could be that you're given some money to research something. Make sure if you're doing any grants or anything like that, that you're doing it for the reason of like what will emotionally fulfill you, not for what you think is going to be the thing that is logical, that you're going to like, that you, some kind of higher power, or higher, not higher power in the spiritual sense, but some kind of like societal structure is wanting you to kind of say. Things are going to balance out though. You are going to balance out the emotional and the intellectual aspects. You're going to balance out emotional fulfillment and financial security. What's next in career? Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, great card. This is the card of feminine energy that is extremely good at manifesting. This is like power woman energy. It's not gender specific, but it's just this idea of like, well, it's like the Empress as well. It's this idea of like manifestation, manifesting abundance. In order to manifest the abundance you want and to have the wealth you want, you need to connect into your heart space. It could be that you're a creative person or you're somehow involved in spiritual work, and it's very important that you are doing things from the heart space, because that's what you're in, that's what you're meant to do, that's how you'll be in your right alignment, and that's how you will create your abundance. But I see great abundance here, so that's really good. These cards are great. There's great potential here. Some were in the reverse. You just need to flip that over within yourself. And then there's a lot of prosperity coming to you. Don't sign any contracts at the moment if your heart isn't in it. That's a very clear message that came through for the first 4 cards. Someone might want you to lock you into a contract at the moment, and your intuition or something about you is just like, my heart isn't in this. Don't do it then. Use your intuition. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So don't be held back by what you think is expected of you. Don't let pride get in your way. Perhaps there's something here with like, there's people who want to help you, and for some reason you're not letting them in, and you're emotionally blocking yourself off because you think it's safer to be very logical. It could be that you're tied into some kind of collaborative work or something like that, but there's something where it's been out of balance before or something like that, and you're being called to just see it with fresh eyes. And work with the energy of the full moon. Release whatever you need to release. Maybe by Leo season, you know, this video is timeless, but by Leo season, July, August, maybe that's when you're going to be really manifesting. Plant the seeds now, whenever you're watching this. Just make decisions based from your heart. You know, Leo energy is so heart-based. You know, the lion, it's all about heart energy, the brave heart lion. I mean, there's definitely something, right? Lion heart. It's like courage and bravery, but Leos have such a big heart. And so it's really calling you to connect into your heart space, I feel, this pile. So I'm going to end that there. I'm going to close down the energies now for pile 2. Thank you very much. And wrapping them in love, severing any temporary energetic cords and sending them on their career path with lots of love and luck and good vibes. So now I'm going to shuffle, go ahead to pile 3. Thanks very much, guys. Channel through me for pile 3, please, Spirit. Okay, hi pile 3. So you were attracted to this ancient Egyptian pyramid postcard. It's also an extremely old postcard. So there could be something here to do with history that interests you, or it could just be, I mean, it could be anything. Let me know if why, or what this means to you. Perhaps you're interested in archaeology. Who knows? Anyway, this is a very old postcard though, which maybe is significant. Okay, so I'm going to get into your energy. I'm going to use a couple of different decks and maybe some Moonology cards, asking what's next in career. I'm only going to take the cards that flip right out, but I did just see the 5 of Cups, so you could be feeling a little sad about something at the moment. But let's see what's next in career for pile 3. I want you to flip out, please. The cards, I'm going to take those. The cards are shuffling annoyingly. So I feel like you could be in quite a scattered energy. Oh, that's interesting. That card flipped over, but it didn't come out, but now it's come out. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely anxious about something, pile 3. There's something that's been giving you anxiety, keeping you up at night, worrying you. You could have financial troubles at the moment. I mean, it's a difficult time for everyone. We have the 6 of Pentacles card, which is like uneven distribution of wealth. You see there are 2 figures here, and one is receiving more than the other. So this is a kind of money being out of balanced energy, feeling like you're dependent on someone for your security, and that you don't know whether or not they're going to pay up. It could be that you're waiting for money from a higher, like the authorities or a boss or someone who isn't like paying you basically, or is paying you in dribs and drabs, or it's not like you're putting in more than you're getting back financially, and it's really stressing you out. And there's some inner conflict going on, and there's also some conflict going on with a group. So it could be that you're in some kind of situation where there's group dynamics coming into play, which is quite stressful. I see you getting out of this energy of fear-based thinking though, getting out of this energy of feeling trapped, feeling stuck, your thoughts overwhelming you. The 8 of Swords in the reverse is good energy because it's like these kind of fears getting in your way, melting away. And it's sort of like the 8 of Swords is like your fears that you have, but they're not necessarily grounded in reality. They could just be fears. It's not necessarily true. This woman can free herself from these swords if she takes off her blindfold. She can cut herself free. She has the means of freeing herself. This is about when your thoughts are holding you back and you're stressing out. I just see you're very anxious about something. And a good way, your thoughts can start to become your friends. Manifestation, law of attraction, positive thinking can really help. I know it's very easy to say, and it's very difficult when you're in a place where you genuinely have money issues, and fair enough, you're bloody anxious, like totally understandable. But if you can just take a step back from that, somehow, through, I don't know, listening to some music, meditating, doing whatever it is that makes you feel good, follow the good feeling, follow the good feeling, and just remove yourself from that energy for just a small amount of time, and you'll kind of change it and shift it. And if you can start doing some positive affirmations, positive thinking. I did a free, it's very general, it's not as specific as what I would do for clients that would pay me, that I can work with one-on-one. It's a general thing, but I did a manifestation video. It's on the channel, and it's just general manifestation for like abundance in all areas of your life. Listen to it. Start listening to positive affirmations. Start trying to reprogram yourself out of this kind of lack mentality and worry mentality, and align yourself more towards abundance. But it's coming. I see you freeing yourself from this fearful energy, and taking back the feeling of like being in power over your environment. But let's see. Okay, so I feel like that's like where you guys are at and what's coming. But sorry, I just need to look at this, how it came out for me. Ooh, that really flew out. Oh, that's good. This came out in the last pile too. The Queen of Pentacles, good. So yes, if you can start freeing yourself and thinking in a more abundant mindset, you do have great potential coming. This is the card of a feminine energy, but it's not gender specific, but it's someone who's able to manifest like crazy. They have a really solid home. They have a very abundant career. They are like powerhouse. They can do everything they put their mind to. They are a master manifester. I feel like this pile, and I didn't say it for the others, start manifesting. I feel like you have the potential to manifest because you're so in your thoughts that you already have this kind of thought-based thinking that you need for manifestation. But your thoughts are not your friends at the moment. They're like against you. They're not helpful. If you can turn your thoughts into your friends and turn this energy, this heavy intellectual energy, if you can turn that into an abundant mindset, you're going to have so many good skills to manifest because you're an overthinker. But if you're overthinking towards positivity, you're going to start to manifest. I hope that makes sense. I hope it's like coming out really fast and channeled. But they're like, manifest, manifest, manifest. Look at my free manifestation thing. I do offer services as well that are much more specific, but you know, it might be a good place to start if you've never kind of come across it, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But you do have the ability to manifest. And Two of Swords, you're going to be making a decision that you needed to make for quite a while. It's like you're blocked from making decisions because you have so many thoughts that you can't tell which thoughts you're meant to act on. You're a little bit out of touch with your inner voice, your inner intuition, and you're a little bit resistant to making choices that you need to make. But I see that coming into balance. Let's just get one more for what's next for career. Are they going to be able to balance this group dynamic, I wonder? Can we hear about that? Yeah, I think there's some kind of, this came out in pile 1 as well. There might be some kind of group situation that you're involved in that is not healthy for you. Like it's not fulfilling you. It's kind of a little bit of a toxic work situation. I see that coming to a close though, and ending, and it's like a 10 of Swords is like a definitive ending and like a restart. It's like a major minor arcana version of death card, so transformation. So when I'm asking about that, it's good. It's showing me, yes, this thing is going to transform. It's going to be quick and it's going to be like strong transformation. Is there anything further they need to know? It may be that you leave the situation. It may just be that it completely transforms through you looking at it in a different way. You know, if you fixate on things being problems, they will get worse. That's law of attraction. So if you're involved in some kind of stressful dynamic at work, try not to put your energy into thinking about it. I know it's like very easy for me to say this, and it might sound like really offensive to people who are not familiar with what I'm talking about with law of attraction and manifestation. I feel like most people watching this video know what I mean, and I don't want to over explain it. But if not, just start like looking into it in a gentle way. I'm not like diminishing your experience and saying that it's your fault. I'm just saying that we have the power to change our circumstances. Not everything. There's obviously stuff that is set out, that there are lessons we're meant to learn. There are things we can't change. You know, I'm not saying that we are like omnipotent beings, but you will be able to shift certain energies for yourself to feel more empowered and feel better, for sure. And that is a good thing. That's an empowering thing. That's not me like blaming you. That's me saying, take the power back. You've got it. You've got a lot of potential here. Yeah, the Empress and the Queen of Swords. Yes. You might need to cut ties with something. You might need to be quite firm in your barriers, your boundaries. I feel like this could be to do with this group of people. Whatever it is, the Queen of Swords is like very logical, very strong. She doesn't take any crap. She is nobody's fool, and she acts with integrity, and she speaks her truth. Start speaking your truth. Start being true to yourself. Then you get into the Empress energy. Oh yes, that is a good energy to be in for your career. That is creativity, that's abundance, that's manifesting the shit out of stuff, that's thinking I want this thing and it manifesting quickly, growing beautiful things, feeling connected to your heart space, feeling fulfilled by your work, reaping like plentiful harvests of joy. I mean, what more can I say? This is good energy. So, and I think it came out in pile 2 as well. So it's good to see that a lot of the piles, in fact, I think all of them had potential for, maybe the Empress was pile 1, but they have potential for great things. I feel like you just need to get into the right mindset for receiving, get into the receptive mode, plant your intentions, and then be open to receive them. Know that you're worthy of receiving what you want. That's a big one. That's important. We can know we want certain things or that we don't want certain things, but will we accept the things that we think we want or the things that are for our highest good? And that's a whole other thing. So that's a good maybe place to leave it. I'll get one Moonology card. What do they need to know? Pile 3. Pile 3. What do they need to know? It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Yes, it is time to take action. It's time to put all of this into practice. I feel like this group, you've been discovering things, you've been thinking about things, you've been kind of talking the talk but not walking the walk totally. It's time to level up. It's time to take action. It's time to take control. It's time to know your worth. It's time to free yourself. And to not accept less than what you deserve. Get out of conflict. Leave behind what needs to be left behind. Go towards what gives you your emotional fulfillment, where you feel you can be your true self. And with people who value you and support you and allow you to manifest. Not people who maybe are trapping you or holding you back in some way. I mean, yeah, I think that's everything I have for you guys. So I hope that was helpful. Obviously, general readings can't totally apply to everyone, but I hope you can find the messages within it that are meant for you. I put the intention that, things will come through to you throughout the day after watching this as well. I'm going to close down these energies now, wrapping you in love, light, protection, hope, faith, and sending you all the best. So take care, everyone. Thanks very much for joining me, and let me know if you want any more sort of readings. I am happy to do suggested readings for my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Put your energy into the channel. Helps with the energy exchange. It helps me key into your energies, and it's just a nice way to support me doing this. So thanks very much, everyone, and take care.